Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Fate the WINX Saga. This is the finale of season 2. Hopefully you guys are excited for today's episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this season. If you would like to watch the full video in its entirety, please check the link in the description. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode was very interesting. I enjoyed the start and the finish. So we started off with Queen Luna. She was doing an announcement towards the whole entire world. Well, not all the muggles or whatever you want to call them, but to obviously all the fairies and everybody in Althea and that world that they're living in, and saying that Rosalind has been killed. Now, instead of saying that Rosalind was killed by Bloom, she actually said that they was killed by the Blood Witches, and she has declared war upon them all. Everybody that is working with Sebastian is now an enemy to the crown. So very interesting. But she did have plans to actually enforce the law and actually take down the person that did kill Rosalind in Bloom. Yes, she did come to Althea. She did go to the school. She was holding a trial. Stella was her, you know, like lawyer, so to speak. She was trying to give information. She was pleading that, you know, Bloom was manipulated, which she was. You know, Bloom was high on emotions. Obviously, all of Powers is in this crystal. She was like oozing it. Do you know what I mean? She was on high alert. We had Sebastian feeding her information, getting emotions high. She come back. Rosalind found out what he'd been telling her. She tried to attack Bloom. You know, she tried to turn her into ice. She ended up obviously burning through it, standing up and exploding and killing them. So it was kind of like a provoked attack whilst also like high on emotions. So it wasn't a lie, and it was kind of self-defense as well, but also wasn't, because she did end up admitting that she had a little bit of time where she could have controlled her anger, but it was, you know, it was taking over her so much that she just wanted Rosalind to hurt for all the pain that she's actually caused her after finding out she killed Farah. Now she's using her. Do you know what I mean? All of it has been for her own personal gain, and when she could have stopped, she just didn't. She just wanted it to be gone, and that is the reason why she did end up exploding. So Stella was trying to obviously plead a case. She was saying that Terra and Flora are out in the graveyard now trying to find, you know, Farah's body. And once you get that, it would be proof that Rosalind is obviously the baddie in this situation. Now, obviously, her mum, she was saying that it's all hearsay right now until you come and give us some stone cold hard facts. Then we can't really use that as anything. They tried to bring Gaishi in, and she was trying to give her opinion about Bloom and her family. And she was saying she's a good judge of character, and she believes that Bloom is, like, you know, not the person to blame here. She ended up turning round the Queen and saying, well, if you're a good judge of character, why didn't you know your boyfriend was a Blood Witch? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely dominated her. Aisha was fuming. She was well gutted. She ran out. She was upset. Bloom ended up getting sentenced to 20 years in confinement, which is crazy. You know, Silver and the crew, you know, Riven, they was going to do an attack basically on Sebastian. They found out the warehouse that he was all staying in, and he was going to go and he was going to try and take out as many Blood Witches as they could. As they got there, it was empty. House was gone. They already knew the attack was coming. How did they know the attack was coming? Because Beatrix has been working with Sebastian. She's opened the door to the school. He's walked inside, and we can see all of the scrapers coming towards to, you know, be ready for an attack. And the crazy other thing is, we've been thinking that she's had no powers this entire time, and she is really strong. She cut the power to the school. She's still got full-fledged powers, and I do not know how today's episode is going to end, but I'm really excited because Flora did actually figure out that Farah was kind of still alive. She was harnessing the powers inside of an object that was inside of the ground. She explained that she pulled, you know, when she knew that Rosalind was going to attack her, she pulled the energy from the soil, and she managed to conserve her energy inside this little bit of ball or whatnot. They managed to resurrect her. She was there. She gives some advice to Bloom. She gives some advice to Stella and the girls on how to proceed and how to deal with Rosalind, before obviously telling Bloom that, you know, she might think that she's got the power to end the world, but she's also got the power to save it. And they ended up embracing, giving each other a hug, before she ended up like turning into dust and just floating away, which I thought was disappointing, because she didn't even go to the Queen to prove that Farah is actually, you know, alive right now, and she was actually attacked by Rosalind. That would have been the best play, just to claim your innocence. So right now that Bloom's still on the run. So, do you know what I mean? They didn't really utilise that situation and Farah's presence well enough, in my opinion. But I'm excited to see how it goes. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into the final episode of Season 2 of Fate the WINX Saga.
Still no sign of Bloom?
No, and our power shorted out a few minutes ago. It's either a distraction to get her out, or she's somewhere losing control.
Been taken over. Yo, he's well strong.
You want to know? No fiery friend. Anyone?
No. Looks like the little flower girl is all alone.
Be a double agent. You know what I mean? Beatrix, she's never, I've always said it, never been a character I've disliked, even when she's doing good or bad things. But like, maybe a play was like double agent. Do you know what I mean? Like, so she's playing him to play him again. Play the girls to play him to dominate him. You know what I mean? It's well interesting.
A covert strike upgrades our odds, but not by much. And we'll be fighting friends, which is a head fuck. If we disable them and neutralise the threat, the Blood Witches will be easy to clear. Then we free the fairies.
And I'm going after Sebastian. He said that if I gave it to him, he wouldn't have to keep stealing magic from fairies.
Yes, but then he'd have the dragon flame. And all this without it. Imagine what he could do with it, Bloom.
That is true, Silver. Look what he's done without it.
Should be you.
To be honest, he will be pretty resourceful being in there. She's going in. He's coming around the corner. She's getting strangled. What a rookie move she's just made. That was good, that, actually. Go for it, just like that. Rookie. Absolute rookie.
You don't have to do this alone. Yes, I do. Because none of you have this. And this is the only thing that's going to take Sebastian down. You okay? Yeah, Blair.
Oh, the control now. Oh, what's happening?
Fine, I'm ready to go.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Just before we go into that, I think a team effort is better. You know, if they could all transform, how sick would they be? All of them stood there looking next level to what they currently are. Do you know what I mean? Evolving. They'd be so much more powerful. And like, I have no problem with Bloom. I think the only show that I actually liked, the one person that was constantly dominant throughout every season, and he was like the leader, was Legacies with Hope, because she was the tribrid, and she was the only one that, like, every time she wasn't involved, they lost, and every time she was there, she won. She was like literally the main girl. I actually like that, but usually I'm a team player. I like everybody getting involved. She thinks that the only way to take him down is her and my flame. But it's got to be a team effort, in my personal opinion. I don't think that she can go in there and take Sebastian down. He would have thought about it, you know what I mean, strategically. He would know in the one-on-one that he would lose, and he would have things in place to prevent just Bloom and being able to beat him. So I think that everybody needs to go through it.
However, if we're taking the deal literally, my part is over. You have the school, you have the fairies, you have everything you want.
Information about a family.
Yeah, you have everything you want.
Has she got her powers back and information?
I'm going to the sanctum. Give me 20 minutes, then bring another.
She's not happy with what she's found, is she? But it doesn't look like it. She's going to go and take that book.
I'm going.
Just don't use your magic. I've been studying scrapers and I think they can sense
Yeah, I've
them.
got it, but thanks.
Nick, don't be an idiot.
Leave him, Flores. Chose death. Isn't it?
I think the Blood Witches know about the attack. Are you sure?
Move out!
When I summoned my dragon flame, I saw vision or premonition. I know it definitely has something to do with my magic, but
Hey, Bloom. It's okay.
Oh, relax. He's a legend. Shit.
Hey, Sky's there. Ken could do it.
I always hated getting picked last.
Oh, that's interesting. I've seen the film Red Eye with Cillian Murphy. He gets stabbed with a pen on a plane.
Yeah, I had to take care of some delinquents.
The Blood Witches were waiting for us, so we've had to fall back and stay here and regroup until the Solarians come.
But Muse is still in there.
I like how Riven's concerned.
Back to the groundskeeper's house now.
What? I can fight. You know I can fight.
Without Leroy's antidote, you are a sitting duck.
Hey, go on, Musa. Oh.
Good skills. Use a safe floor from scrapers. Yeah, except now they're stuck in there.
Why do I feel like there's a buck coming?
No, I'm happy you're safe, and I'm happy for
Oh, he's going to be controlled on the phone.
Sebastian's gonna get what he wants.
He was being controlled on the phone. I knew he's going to get controlled on the phone. It's just a conversation.
Go outside. Now.
I knew it was him getting controlled. I could just feel it. He's got a proper operation going. See how many people are there with him? Beatrix.
Relax. It's just me.
You're the villain.
Labels. The villain do this. Can raise the dead.
Oh, come here. Is that the thing that I seen?
Casted out back to life. The thing is, last time it happened, it nearly destroyed the other world. Sebastian's using Sky as leverage. You have to stop her.
It's true.
Are you fucking kidding me? Of course it is. You have to stop her. Once the conduit's open, the only way to close it's from the other side. Life is not worth more than every other life in the other world.
You really think you can play both sides, don't you?
She is playing both sides, though. She is currently.
So give us some intel and that'll make up for the fact that you betrayed every fairy at Althea.
I have 2 sisters.
Oh, right. She's gained some more
I
info.
didn't know anything about my past, so I made a deal.
The thing is, right, she did have her as a friend, but then when it come to most of the time, she choose her roommates. You know, she would choose Blue, Musa, Terra, you know, Aisha. They was her friends as well. And, like, when she come knocking, if she was already spending time, she wouldn't get invited in, / she would choose them over her. So, like, technically she did have you, but she didn't. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. You know, and you can't really blame her for trying to require the information. If you know nothing about your past, you feel like you're losing your powers, don't know your mum, your dad, your family, where you're from, why have you been in this place, and somebody's there willing to give you the answers, all you got to do is literally open the door. That's what it was. Then, you know, she's already said she's willing to do whatever it takes to gain this knowledge, and that's what it took. Now, obviously, the consequences of doing that could be savage. Quite a lot of people could die. I'm also a person that always wants the bad to start, and then we get a season to rectify it, if that makes sense. So if I could choose, I would choose that this season ends with Sebastian being on top, Bloom kind of losing a little bit, you know, the dead being Rose or whatever, you know, like Asphodel, all the people that died being brought back up, the portal being open. And the next season, it would be, how do we take Sebastian down? Full season of fighting, rectifying it, taking him down, you know. That's how I like it anyway. That's not the word, but I much prefer a story like that, and you can go into a full season with a big, fat story that we've already got and it's established, than, like, ending it dead quick in this episode. And then next season, if there is going to be one, you got to create a new a new story. I just, like, think it's good enough already that you can come in, have a fight, someone be's victorious, then you finish it off with go in, take it out, use a team, everybody transforms, do you know what I mean? And then we all work collectively together to take him down.
I'm just saying this is complicated.
She let you in and you lied to her, so you don't get to be on this moral high ground. I swear if Sebastian didn't have Sky right now.
Luckily, I do have Sky.
That's pretty sick.
Okay, fine.
You channel the dragon flame into it, and I channel it into me. Sky goes free.
Musa's got no magic and virtually no fighting ability, and she's still there. Not going to wait outside my home for somebody else to save it.
That's good, Terra.
Mistress Downing would have wanted.
That was good, a good little speech, that.
All of us, Alpheans, fighting together.
Who am I to argue with Farah? Huh?
It's a good speech,
No
mate.
magic till we clear the scrapers, all right?
It was one of the hottest things I've ever seen.
Really?
Time to go fuck shit up.
Alduin isn't just toxic to humans.
Can't let you sacrifice yourself.
This is my home now too, Terra.
Nobody gets to have a normal life when the dragon flame is involved.
Tell me about my mom. Tell me where I came from.
Oh, stalling for time, is it?
You can read my thoughts. You really think I don't want to know?
Mum had the dragon flame.
I thought that only existed 1,000 years ago.
It was just in stasis.
I was born 1,000 years ago. So my parents
Have been gone for a very long time. Let's finish this.
No. That's interesting. She's 1,000 years old.
They're fighting a losing battle.
go. No.
What? No? How are you going to jab them all?
I'm not jabbing them, Musa.
I jabbing them all.
And if you don't mean they'll die.
That's a proper sacrifice, that, ain't it, mate? Look at all them. She got some good abs, literally. Good abs.
Look at you, proving me wrong. What's you left?
You lied to me.
If I told you I was a blood witch, it would have been over. I never lied about how I felt.
And now you get to have those good memories. To keep them. But they are ruined for me.
The thing is, though, she would have just hated him for being a blood
You have
witch.
to live with the choices you've made. We're going inside.
Bloom might want to know what you plan to use the dragon flame for.
Does it matter?
Remember you said that.
You any fucking idea what you've just done?
Yeah, I just saved the world.
I don't die, Beatrix, man. You're actually, your head's bleeding. Fuck off, man. Get back up.
Your friends are outside fighting for you.
His heart stopped. I can use blood-rich magic to pump the muscle around it.
The only thing that's actually changed is that Beatrix sacrificed herself for nothing.
Bleeding out, though. Come on, Beatrix. They look good, don't they? They look good. Oh, where's he gone? Like, he's dead there. Come on, your fingers are still flickering. You're still alive. You done an absolute solid job there. Well done. Oh, here we go.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Have you heard from Gray?
Silver let him go to his family. We won't arrest him as long as he never comes back to Althea.
Guy's lucky, innit, mate? Guy's lucky. Still got that memory that she had in front of Sky about the dead being risen or whatever. That's got to be the next season storyline, surely. Letter to everyone in it. Sorry, I have to leave.
Sebastian must have had enough magic from fairies to open it when he got to the school.
I thought that's why Sebastian wanted the dragon flame.
I did too at first.
Don't walk out of my life forever, so you wrote me a fucking letter.
I thought that if I told you in person, then...
Did I try to stop you? You were right. I think you've been looking for a way out for a while.
I almost destroyed Althea today, Sky.
What even is that?
Innit? That's a good question. Good counter.
This is how I'm gonna save the other world. Right here, right now, I can save it, but...
Can't argue with somebody like that, but... I'm excited to see what's on this other side, you know what I mean? Unless the show's finished. If she has saved him, you could end it there. You actually could, knowing that they're all safe.
She's gone. What?
What? Oh, here we go, look at this. Oh, it cuts off her power. Has she got any powers back now or what? I mean, she's been absolutely beaten up in the war. Look at that. It's not even that bad, mate. You saved everyone. Wouldn't it be sick if it was a twin and she just looked exactly like Beatrix and it was just the same character playing it? Died. Oh. Wow, that looked well good.
Mom?
What are the odds, right, that the first person that she meets on this other side in this dark realm where she's just gone is a mum? Do you know what I mean? But very interesting there, yeah. Stella's just laid a flower at Beatrix's grave and it's just died, and then we're just seeing this like Slender Man, or what, I don't know what you're gonna call it, just appear. He's got invisibility cloak, mate, just like Stella could turn invisible. So that's really interesting. I'm actually gutted that Beatrix has died, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely enjoyed the character even more than some of the characters that we have in the show. Like, I don't dislike any of them, but some of them I actually think are really interesting and entertaining, and I think because they have layers when you don't know what they're gonna do, I think it makes them more better, in my opinion. So I never knew what Beatrix was going to do, whether she's going to try and save the world or not. Like, you know, like Stella was saying to her mate, you think you could play both sides? She was playing both sides massively the whole time, and I never knew which side that she was on. So to me, her character was really entertaining, and I actually gutted that she died. And she did save what's his name, Sky. Now, I know that he nearly died, but actually, you know, if you think about it, Gray come in and saved him as well. He got his heart pumping, didn't he? When he looked like he was on his last legs, looked like he'd gone. Now, we did see Sebastian die or disappear or something. Where's he gone to? You know what I mean? Is he full on dead, or has he been transformed into this place where Bloom has just gone? Now, going into this realm, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be right now, to be honest. It doesn't look too crazy, but it has left it open. And to be honest, like, if Bloom walked into it and it closed up and everybody just woke up and he was sad and it ended, then I feel like if they was not to renew it, then it could have ended on season 2, just because of, like, I don't know, it kind of closes the door by saying Bloom sacrifices herself to save everybody else and they're all free. Now, by ending it with Bloom going to find the mum and this thing turning up into their world, it leaves a door open that, to me, it has to have at least one more season. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've left it with an open storyline and a brand new one. And now I'm interested to see what's going on and I want to see more of it. You know what I mean? I thought that, like, yes, she did have that vision and she did see it in the portal and she did see all of that stuff when she used the Dragon Flame and she was going into, like, Sebastian's vision. All of that made sense while he was trying to attack it and she was getting it. Once he died, they could have just, like, drawn a line under it and it was like, well, that was a possibility, but he's gone, so this is gone. But no, they haven't done that. They've actually doubled down on it and give it its own storyline moving forward. And like I said, mate, Beatrix, she found that she's got a sister. She's got it on the card there, Stella. She's got the name. And, like, that's why I'm not disappointed, but I'm sad for her that she's done all of this, whether it was good or bad. She never really knew who Beatrix was. And that's all she ever wanted to do is find out who I am, where I'm from, my family, why was I at Astrodel, do you know what I mean? And she was getting answers. She found out she had a sister. She was so happy, even though she had to betray people to get it. And she's died. And I feel sorry for you that you've had to go through all of this to try and find out who you are. And then it's just ended badly for you. So that's a bit of a wounder. It was a good episode, though. Lots of action, lots of fighting. Can't dislike it, can you, when you get all that? And the girls transformed as well. So it's really good. Hopefully it's been renewed, and I'm excited for Season 3. Okay, so that is going to wrap up Season 2. Hopefully guys enjoyed it. You know, very interesting stuff happened. Looks like, obviously, Rosalind has died. You know, we had Farah return and then finally, like, evaporate or find peace. We had, obviously, Sky's dad die, Beatrix die. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot has happened if you think of it. That's 4 character deaths that have gone in only 7 episodes. So it's been high action, crazy stuff. You know, you could see here at the very end that it looks like Musa and obviously Riven are getting closer together, which I'm enjoying. Been sensing their connection throughout the season. Ever since Sam left, to be honest, she was devastated, wasn't she? He wanted to kill Rosalind as well. You know, I'm surprised that obviously once Rosalind died, he never actually come back to the school, because that was the whole reason why he ended up leaving, because the anger that he's building towards her, do you know what I mean? And what she was doing to the school, it was affecting him. And then when she disappeared or died, got killed by Bloom, I would have thought she might return so he could obviously spend time with Musa, but no, that didn't happen. She ended up getting a connection with Riven. He actually said that he seen her willingly let all the scrapers take her powers from her when she was inside that castle when he was saving Beatrix. He said that he was going to try and stop her, but he was attacked himself. And then she was deeply expressing to him as well, saying that, you know, the reason why she did do that is because, you know, all the time she can hear everybody's thoughts and feelings, and sometimes it's good to have it blocked out and she could just be herself, you know, have her own thoughts in her own head and not be obviously overwhelmed with everybody else's. Then she obviously wanted to be part of these training. He said it was an insult really that she wanted to try and learn and train in a couple of days when they've been training the whole life. But then, obviously, when she's come, she saved the day. She's shown that she can fight. You know, they've connected again a little bit. He's training her at the end. She's got her powers back, but he's put those rings on her. You know, the bracelets that went onto Bloom's arm to stop her from using her magic. She's got it now. So it seems like, you know, she can kind of turn it on and off whenever she wants. They do look painful, to be fair, but it's like she can turn it off whenever she wants. And she's still training, and obviously they're getting closer. Now, Flora is a new character that was introduced this season, and I didn't know whether she was going to be good or bad. Yes, I knew that she was a family relation to Terra, but it seemed like they was butting heads kind of like throughout the series, but I don't know. I think it's because Terra wants to be like, not the best, but she's kind of like a little perfectionist, and she wants to make sure everything's right and here and there and save the day. She cares about everybody so much that obviously she's coming in and she's trying here and there. She doesn't want to hurt anyone or lose people. And you know, it turns out that Flora was really a good character. She ended up trying to, well, nearly sacrificing herself. She let the scrapers, you know, she injected herself. She let them come and feed on her, and she actually survived, which is really good. She actually didn't die, and shown that she's a team player and worthy of being part of the girls' friendship group. And also, yes, she's got like some scars here and all that, but you know what? That's battle scars. That'll be a reminder of the day that you put your life in the line to save everybody that you love and come out successful. So, yeah, okay, it's a bit of a wounder that you've got it, but it's also a good indication of how good you are as a person. So you got to look at it in a positive as well. Now, Bloom, she's obviously gone into this other side. She's sacrificed herself. She obviously seen the portal that was open. She was told by, I can't remember who told her now, but they was basically saying that the only way it could be closed is by going on the inside, and that's the only way it can stop it from obviously being open in Sky's world, so to speak. And they've ended up, you know, kissing, and she's gone inside, and now it looks like she's found her mum, which is really, really interesting, because now set up pretty well for the next season. She's got a mum that she's possibly found, the person who held the dragon flame first. We just learned that Bloom is over 1,000 years old. That's really interesting. And like I said, she's found the parents, but also in the real world where she's just come from, it looks like whatever this is, this demon monster, whatever, has actually made its way through this portal before she could close it. So now it could be terrorizing there while she's stuck there, and we could have two storylines running simultaneously, which is really, really good and interesting. So I can't wait. Hopefully guys enjoyed this season. Hopefully it gets renewed for the 3rd. Thanks for checking out the channel today. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.